Will be the first option for Matthew Stafford.
3rd down and 4. Stafford throws. There he is. Nakua to the end zone. Rams win.
The lone receiver is the big Logan Thomas. Here's the game. Howell over the middle and incomplete, and it was a quick enough throw that they've got another play. Howell, one last chance. End zone, touchdown on their last breath. Get it straight ahead for the middle. Has Smith back into field goal. 34-31 in overtime as Jake Elliott drills.
What a weird weekend it was for football. Taylor Swift almost jinxed the Chiefs, but Patrick Mahomes is too good. Over the weekend, in the same game, Zach Wilson outplayed Patrick Mahomes, and Justin Fields outplayed Russell Wilson. That happened. We all watched it. It's just interesting to see a daily sports podcast and video, blah, 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 news, narratives, takes, gambling, all about sports ball, mostly football. Sunday Night Football was awesome. Patrick Mahomes later in the game had this nifty play. Actually, no, we'll just do this. He had this nifty play where he's scrambling. Look, touchdown, got the first down slide. Why? Well, because you could run out the clock. You take knees, game's over. There's no need for the touchdown. That touchdown would have allowed the Chiefs to cover the spread and also given Patrick Mahomes an anytime touchdown. And got this report from some internet sources, the Action Network, saying that sportsbooks are freaking out about the Chiefs. Here's one. Our day comes down to KC. Massive public support for the Chiefs. Teasers, parlays, everything is on KC. Whoo-wee. That's not what you want. So now the sportsbooks win because the Jets win. We can't get anyone to wager on the Jets. The Chiefs minus 8.5 is the public's and probably Taylor Swift's favorite bet this weekend. Haha, Taylor Swift. They did play Welcome to New York, one of her songs from her 5th studio album. I believe 5th. Yeah, sounds right. To open the game because they're in New York. So that means that she allowed them to do that you have to have licensing things. And then they showed her a couple times. And how about that? Taylor Swift got insane amount of publicity and demographics that she doesn't already dominate, including white men between 18 and 35, ahead of her independently produced documentary movie that's coming out. That's crazy. That's so crazy that she did that and just like she just let him play that song and show her, and that's wild. It's just so crazy. I don't even. The real winner over the weekend, the Cardinals lose by 25, but they debuted these new uniforms, and my goodness, they are nice. Their uniforms used to suck. They looked like Pee-wee uniforms or high school. You're horrible. All whites, a little bit of silver, a little bit of red. That red up top is metallic, so it's shiny. My God, they looked awesome. They win over the weekend. They did lose the ball game, though. They have 2 first-round draft picks, one from the Texans and one from themselves. The Texans are low-key good. C.J. Stroud is a top 15 quarterback in the NFL. I don't think he's thrown an interception yet. I could be wrong, but I don't think he's thrown an interception yet. It's like 200 attempts or something. They dominate the Steelers. Steelers look horrible. Mike Tomlin asked, are there going to be some changes?
At the office for us.
Wait, why is this a 4-minute clip?
Penalties and so forth. I don't know that I look at it.
Yeah, never mind. I thought someone would be an adult and post like a clip that's reasonable. They didn't. Bill Belichick lost to the Cowboys by 35 points. It's the largest loss in his 29 years as a head coach, and we're starting to find out he's now 2 games below 500 as the Patriots head coach without Tom Brady. And seat's hot, right? We played in the opening. The Commanders go all the way down. They score to tie it with 1 second left. They tied it instead of going for 2 and going for the victory. The Eagles win in overtime. Sam Howell looks awesome. Justin Fields and the Bears were up 28-7. He then has a fumble 6, and they give up a couple touchdowns. Then their head coach elects to go for it on 4th and 1 instead of kicking probably like a 42-yard field goal. And the Broncos get it, and then they go down and win. There were 4 0-4 teams heading into the weekend. They were playing each other. The Vikings Kirk Cousins on the opening drive of the game gets to the red zone, throws a 99-yard pick six, but the Vikings are able to hang on and win, and I think it was the first time this year that a team gave up a non-offensive touchdown, like a pick six or a kick return, and won. Here it is. It was hilarious. He's just got so much responsibility to toss the rock all over the place. The Vikings do hang on, a win, and they cover. Thank you very much, Kirk. Watch him get crushed, too. Here you go. Boop. Not great. Not a great effort there. The Bills are by far the best team in the NFL at this point, in my opinion. The Niners haven't really played anyone. The Bills have played some teams. The Commanders don't look so bad anymore, and they just completely demolished the Dolphins. The Dolphins were a fun Madden team, but man, the Bills look good. Just since playing the worst game of his career, Josh Allen is by far the best player in the NFL. So they beat the Raiders by 28. Big whoop. That's still 4 touchdowns, dude. And then they beat the Commanders by 34. And now they beat the Dolphins by 28. So they are what? They lose by 6, and then there's 28 plus 28, 56 plus 34. They're up by 90 minus 6, so 84. They have a plus 84 points. So on average, 84 divided by 3 is like what? 27? Is that close? No. 37? No. Maybe it's 20. I don't know. 27? They're winning by 4 touchdowns on average. Like their average game. The average Bills game is winning by 4 touchdowns. And it's like the Dolphins are good. And it was in Buffalo, but it wasn't in Buffalo in the winter. The Dolphins are good. They have the Jags, Giants, and Patriots coming up. Bengals got destroyed at home. They have a really interesting situation going on. Joe Burrow is clearly hurt. He had that calf thing. He's trying to play through it. He can't move. Defenses know what to do. They're just beating him up. And frustration's about to boil over. He should just sit down. He can't play. He's terrible, and he's not good enough. Does not have the arm talent to play through something like that. He just doesn't. So got to do what you got to do, man. Get healthy. You know what I mean? Get healthy. Let's go over to TikTok. The Jaguars were in the game. That was the Toy Story game. Check out how it looks. So the bottom screen is what the kids were watching. And the top is what it actually is. And there are some reports from parents that they liked it. It wasn't as well received as the slime stuff from Nickelodeon, but it was well received. They had the claw from Toy Story place the ball. The dog, the Slinky dog, he was the chains and the chain gang. It was, and they were able to do this in real time. This is like augmented reality stuff. This technology we use in Snapchat and filters and things like that. So it was pretty cool. I guess kids liked it. I don't have a child, but I guess parents were like, yeah, it was fun. It was a fun way to connect with the kids and get them into football. And it seems, I liked playing backyard baseball and backyard football when I was a kid. And they just had like the child version of like Barry Bonds and those guys. So that's cool. I liked it. The Jags go to London and demolish the Falcons. A couple teams need some quarterback help. Desmond Ridder is horrible. Horrible quarterback. So, yeah, the Falcons got to get rid of him. They got a team that can make the playoffs. There aren't any quarterbacks out there. The Jets would have found them. Someone could trade for Stafford, but he's good enough that they won that game in overtime. Puka Nacua and Kyron Williams, and they're going to get their best players back, and maybe they have a first-round pick for the first time in a while. Falcons and Texans. I want to see rock bottom for the Falcons and watch them lose to the Texans. We'll talk about that game this week. Sunday Night Football this week is Commanders and Bears, which is funny. And Monday night I think is the Giants and the Seahawks. Does that sound right? That does sound right. Let's go to college football. LSU at Ole Miss. 5 seconds left to go in the game.
And now they're in a situation where 5 seconds
Second and 20 from the 26.
Daniels under pressure, buying time, looking end zone. He's going to fire one into traffic. Tapped incomplete. Count to the intent.
Ole Miss knocks off LSU. That's their second loss of the year. They will not be going to the college football playoff. It's panic time in Brian Kelly land. Notre Dame survives on the road against Duke. And after being up by like 20, USC lets Colorado back in. They only win by 7 in that game. Tennessee demolishes South Carolina. It was a big win. It was a big win. It was a loud stadium. Spencer Rattler, how loud was it?
Did some good things, but just couldn't find a rhythm. And You know, we just got to clean up. Like, we're 2-3 right now, but it doesn't feel like we're 2-3 because offensively we've been playing really well. That was our first test where they kind of, you know, matched how we've been playing, and credit to them, they did a great job. It was like their Super Bowl tonight. So
no, it wasn't. This is a very well answered question, I think, from Spencer, and he's matured a lot. That's just son, you sound dumb. That's not correct at all in any way at all. At all. So college football is in the throes now where there's going to be 1 or 2 good games a weekend, and the rest of the games may or may not be that good. But Pat McAfee was the story from this college football weekend. So the ESPN College Game Day, Oregon State and Washington State are upset because they're getting ditched by the Pac-12, which has been a really cool conference for a long time. Now, they are on the bottom of the conference athletically. They're also kind of, they don't fit in with the coastal stuff. Like Washington State is way more aligned with the Mountain West, like geography and mindset and all that kind of stuff. But this is what Pat McAfee had to say on College Game Day, and people are livid about this.
We're on ESPN Plus. Nobody knows that. Really?
292nd consecutive game day appearance for Washington State.
Who cares? Were you guys showing this flag when they were 1-11 in 2009?
We were.
How about 2-10 in 2010? You were?
Yeah.
That's wild. So when they sucked, you guys were showing them every single week on the biggest college football show?
Yeah.
Wow. Handle success, Ryan Leaf. Jeez.
Act like you've been there. And flying old beef beside it, too.
I want a West Virginia flag flying up there every single time. We don't get it. Washington State gets it, and then all of a sudden, Washington State's going. Now Big Beav's up there like, shut up, Washington State. I'm about sick of you. Wasting time on this show.
Just wait till you get to the Palouse. They'll win you back over.
Who? I doubt it. They come after Coach.
I don't know why people are mad about that. Yeah, I don't understand when people are mad, but people are big mad. Had a trade in the NBA. Drew Holiday headed to the Boston Celtics. They'll be the favorites in the the Eastern Conference. See where our head's at, which is where it's appropriate. Preseason hockey is happening. Connor Bedard looks good. There are trades happening in the NBA. Yada, yada, yada. Baseball regular season finished up, and we said goodbye to Miguel Cabrera. Miguel got to play first base for the first time in a year and a half. And it was great. It's something really great call here from the Detroit radio announcer. Miguel Cabrera is on my Space Jam team. I think that he is one of the best right-handed hitters, if not the best overall right-handed hitter of all time. And this is my show, so that's what we're gonna stick with. So here, let's watch the play.
To Cabrera. How cool is that?
Nice little ground ball for Miggy. Goodbye, Miggy. Triple Crown winner on Saturday night. They did a drone show for him. They said, gracias, Miggy, in the crowd. Really cool moment for him. He seemed really happy. His kids announced his starting lineup, and we're going to do that just because it's a cool moment.
24 our father, Miguel Cabrera.
Does his kids get to announce his at-bat? That's cool. He won the World Series as an 18-year-old for Florida and won a couple MVPs, Triple Crown, batting title. His career batting average, I think, is like .311. Pretty cool for Miggy. Good run, bud. Thanks for everything. Thanks for striking out to lose the World Series. I joke. I am a little bit bitter about that. And R.I.P. Tim Wakefield, who won a World Series. I think he won a Cy Young? I don't know, but he did win a World Series. I think he was on the really cool. He's a knuckleballer for the really cool 2004 Red Sox team that won it all. He died, I believe, of brain cancer. He mid-50s, I think. It's tough. Monday Night Football tonight. Seahawks Giants. I don't know if this game is. I think this game is in Seattle. I don't know why I think that, but I think it's in Seattle. And if it's in Seattle, no, it's in New York. It's in New York on that crappy field after yesterday's game. I like the Seahawks either way. All right, back and better than ever tomorrow.